A hospital official and a doctor have caused a stir in Los Angeles after dismissing new county COVID warnings as media hype. Their denial flies in the face of the county health director's claims. Here's what was said. Los Angeles boasted some of the strictest COVID mandates in California, and the County Department of Health may be looking to bring them back. But the chief medical officer at the Los Angeles County and University of Southern California Medical Center says it's all exaggerated.
It is just not the same pandemic as it was, despite all the media hype to the contrary. A lot of people have bad colds, is what we're seeing.
During the internal town hall meeting last week, Spellberg said that the CCP virus cases, also known as COVID-19, have been mild. Most people are sent home without being admitted.
The numbers at LAC COVID positive tests have continued to go up, but this isn't because we're seeing a ton of people with symptomatic disease getting admitted. We're seeing a lot of people with mild disease in urgent care or ED who go home and do not get admitted.
Spellberg's comments come after LA County Health Director Barbara Ferrer said in a statement last week that the county is now seeing a high level of COVID-19 transmissions. She suggested that the indoor mask mandate be reinstated at the end of the month.
As of this morning, we have no one in the hospital who had pulmonary disease due to COVID. Nobody in the hospital. We have nobody who had COVID-19 disease as we would see in the past. So I guess it is hard to get a little more excited.
LA County Health Services published a letter on Monday in response to the town hall video. The letter acknowledged that ICU visits for COVID are low, citing jabs as a reason. A former LAC-USC doctor responded, saying that the letter was agreeing with the objective facts your own doctors said, which refute LA Public Health and Ferrer and make it clear mask mandates are unnecessary. He added, putting spin on it based on fear is unethical at best, criminal at worst. Ferrer said if COVID rates remain high for 2 weeks, mask mandates may return to Los Angeles by July 29th. Police say they detained a man in connection with a false bomb threat at San Francisco International Airport. The suspect's motive is still unknown.
On Monday, the San Francisco Police Department announced the arrest of Terry Addison, a 53-year-old Oakland man, for allegedly reporting a false bomb threat over the weekend. The malicious report led to hundreds of people evacuated from the airport. The threat came on Friday night, and airport police discovered a suspicious package. The authorities suspended the airport's air train and limited the passengers to the airport's domestic terminals. Police said they removed several suspicious packages from the international terminal. Travelers were given the safe and clear to return on midnight Saturday.
San Diego, one of the safest cities in the United States, is starting to lose its police force. We spoke to the president of a local police officers association to hear where the police are going and why they are leaving. The San Diego Police Department, or SDPD, lost over 200 officers last year, the highest number in a decade. SDPD Sergeant Jared Wilson, who has served for 18 years, told NTD News that a lot of officers are leaving to places where they feel more supported.
Actually, last fiscal year, we lost 241 officers. And of those, approximately 100 left due to a vaccine mandate. Becoming a big city cop has become more and more difficult. As soft on crime policies have led to a rise in violent crime, officers are leaving to other jurisdictions where they feel more supportive in the suburbs.
Wilson also said that he's never seen crime rates this bad, listing an increase in homelessness, hard drug use, and homicides.
We're trying to impact these violent crimes. We're trying to enforce the already huge amount of gun laws that are on the books. The amount of violent crime by repeat offenders is on the increase due to poor legislation from Sacramento, like Prop 47, Prop 57, and AB 109 from the last decade. And our officers don't feel like they're making a difference.
The city is considering the PROTECT Act, which will make it harder for police to stop or search drivers and their vehicles. Proponents say they hope it will reduce racial profiling, but some officers disagree, saying it's affecting police morale and hindering their ability to do their job.
It's the most anti-law enforcement legislation in America right now. Additionally, it would not allow you to run someone for a warrant that's already been issued by a judge. It would really impact our ability to make traffic stops where we're recovering a huge amount of ghost guns from. And it criminalizes policing in a way that the Supreme Court from both the state of California and the United States has said is completely legal.
To address shortages, San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria said he's confident the city is responding to officer shortages using a variety of initiatives, including a 10% pay raise in the next year. According to a 2015 FBI uniform crime reporting dataset, San Diego has about 13 police officers per 10,000 residents. By comparison, Los Angeles has nearly twice that per capita, and New York has more than triple. California parole officials have approved the release of a notorious former Mafia prison leader. They say he's cooperated with law enforcement for nearly 20 years.
California parole officials allowed the parole of Rene Boxer Enriquez, a former Mexican Mafia prison gang leader. Consecutive governors Gavin Newsom and Jerry Brown previously denied parole for Enriquez, partly on the argument that he's safer in prison than on the streets. They fear he may be targeted as a snitch by his old affiliates. But Enriquez's attorney says they can't deny him parole based on he might be in danger. That's kind of his risk to take. He reportedly revealed the inner workings of large-scale gang associations and informed on individual gang members. He testified for the prosecution on numerous cases. Authorities have taken steps to protect him over the years, even once booking him into custody under a false name on a bogus charge of possessing a swordfish without a license. Over the years, multiple prosecutors, law enforcement officials, and FBI sent dozens of letters in support of the parole, some saying he's a changed man. But relatives and friends of a victim of Enriquez argue that he's still dangerous based on his past. In 1985, he joined the Mexican Mafia, nicknamed the Black Hand or La M. He reportedly quit in 2002 when he discovered members were killing kids and relatives of gang members. Now, at the age of 60, he's currently serving a life sentence for 2 second-degree murders, multiple assaults, and drug trafficking conspiracy. David Lamb, NTD News, California.
The Los Angeles District Attorney is terminating a unit that notifies crime victims and their families when their assailant is up for parole hearings. This decision comes after the Los Angeles County Clerk stated that they will need to fully verify signatures for the District Attorney's recall.
The parole unit, also known as the Lifer Unit, which is made up of victims' advocates, is said to be disbanded by the end of the year. Los Angeles District Attorney George Gascon's office said that they have determined that this unit is not appropriate, adding that while a victim has a right to be notified, they also have a right not to be contacted. This decision has received backlash from many officials. Attorney Kathleen Cady, a former prosecutor providing pro bono assistance to victims of crime, said in an emailed statement that keeping victims informed and protecting the people of California and victims' rights just seems to get in the way. She added that this systematic and pervasive violation of victims' rights appears to be motivated by one goal: to release as many murderers, child molesters, and rapists as possible from prison. Gascon has met with criticism ever since he took office in December 2020 and is facing a recall as part of the November election. The recall campaign has received approximately 716,000 signatures. To get on the ballot, they will need to have 566,000 signatures verified. The Los Angeles County Clerk stated last week that it will need to verify all the submitted signatures to proceed with the recall election. The clerk's office has until August 17th to conduct the official count.
For anyone looking for a free boat ride in Southern California, the Port of Los Angeles will resume its free harbor boat tours at the end of the month. They were halted over the past 2 years due to pandemic lockdowns.
Free public boat tours will return to the Port of Los Angeles on July 30th, after stopping for 2 years due to pandemic lockdowns. Tours will depart every half hour between 10:30 a.m. and 3 p.m. from the Los Angeles Maritime Museum in San Pedro. No reservations are required, and tours will be available on a first-come, first-served basis. Visitors will enjoy 60-minute narrated tours. The port is also offering 3 dog-friendly boat tours. Visitors can find free parking along 5th Street. More information is available online at the Port of Los Angeles website.